Another unexpected moment was just dropped on all of our heads, so we'll see how that affects WrestleMania and the big changes it will bring. Starting things off with the big unexpected moment surrounding the women's world title match on Raw. Dating back to a few months ago, the popular report was that the company was eyeing a WrestleMania championship match between Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. All signs pointed to that being their plan, and after Bianca Belair won the Elimination Chamber, it looked even more clearer than ever that Rhea versus Bianca was happening at WrestleMania after all, which is a big WrestleMania singles match that both women have been very vocal about. But there was one small obstacle before that match could be set in stone, and that was Rhea Ripley's title defense against Iyo Sky on Raw. Literally no one expected Sky to win the title in this spot at all. Iyo Sky did not even have a televised entrance for this title match against Rhea Ripley, so even that alone was a little psychological trick from Triple H to make fans think that Iyo Sky had absolutely no shot of winning the title. Also at ringside for this match was the Elimination Chamber winner, Bianca Belair. She was there to watch from ringside and find out firsthand who she would be facing at WrestleMania 41. But here's where this little twist in this match took place that has the entire community split into so many different discussions and theories. While Sky was getting herself together outside the ring and was almost getting counted out of the match, Bianca literally got up from her seat, walked over to Iyo Sky, and was very strongly cheering her on to get back in the ring and continue the match. Now this gesture from Bianca Belair did open up a discussion amongst the fans. Usually a babyface ringside observer is very to themselves, just closely watching the match and not getting involved at all. So was it wrong what Bianca did to get up and cheer on Iyo Sky right in her face? It wasn't necessarily wrong, but it is a bit strange to do that, especially when both women in the match are Bianca's alleged friends. If Iyo Sky was going up against a big heel, some big villain that Bianca has a bad history with, then the act of cheering Iyo Sky would feel a bit more normalized. But to see Bianca pick a side with Iyo Sky over her other friendship with Rhea Ripley, that is a bit weird, and it makes you question Bianca's agenda and her playbook here. Some fans out there are claiming that this is a heel clue from Bianca Belair. There's a lot of suspicions out there right now that Bianca has quietly been a heel ever since November, if she was in fact part of the attack on Jade Cargill. So if Bianca Belair is a quiet heel that's in disguise at the moment, maybe she was cheering on Iyo Sky because she views Sky as a weaker opponent and lesser threat out of the two women. So Bianca was probably rooting for Iyo Sky because she thinks Iyo would be easier to beat at WrestleMania than Rhea Ripley. And if that's what Bianca's whole intention behind cheering Iyo on, then yeah, that's pretty cheap and not exactly the babyface thing to do. So that's what the fans are thinking about Bianca's actions there. And apparently Rhea Ripley was thinking the same thing too. Rhea got instantly offended by Bianca cheering on Iyo Sky and went over to Bianca to confront her about it. Rhea was questioning Bianca on why she didn't want to have a match with her at WrestleMania, and they got into a little bit of pushing and shoving there. This is a controversial moment as well because Bianca did put her hands on Rhea Ripley right in front of the referee, so fans are wondering why the bell wasn't called for right there in that moment. But that's one of those things that's basically referee's discretion. If the referee felt like it wasn't enough for a disqualification, then the match continues, which it did. Rhea Ripley gets extremely cocky and trash talks Bianca while she's handling Iyo Sky, even flat out telling Bianca that she'll see her at WrestleMania. But that's when Iyo Sky takes control of the match and defeats Rhea Ripley for the title, therefore booking Iyo Sky versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. Due to the cockiness and taking her eye off the ball, Rhea Ripley lost everything in the blink of an eye. If Rhea keeps her head on straight in that match and defeats Iyo Sky, then she's off to have her big dream, a WrestleMania match against Bianca Belair for the title. And who knows, maybe Bianca versus Rhea would have had a strong shot at headlining night one. But all that because Rhea Ripley took her eye off the ball. She now finds herself without a title and completely off the WrestleMania 41 card. Rhea could be heard yelling and screaming at ringside as Raw was going off the air, blaming herself and calling herself dumb for losing focus. Jackie Redmond then had a great interview with Rhea Ripley after Raw, which was great because it appeared to be hinting and foreshadowing all the upcoming character changes for Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is great. She's phenomenal. She's absolutely one of the most popular stars in the entire company. But right around the time where she got her title back, she didn't really have any sense of direction for her character itself. That was lacking depth. But after losing the title, Rhea has shown the most amount of character depth we've seen from her in a very long time, which is absolutely great because that was the one field that was a little empty for Rhea. She needed more rich and in-depth character to her. And it looks like that's what we're about to see unfold here. And this interview with Jackie Redmond, it's amazing because you can see all those beautiful clues and hints about Rhea's new character perspective and personality poking through. Rhea noted that she feels isolated and alone. She lost Dominic Mysterio, she lost her family with the Judgment Day, Damian Priest was moved to Smackdown, and now she lost her title. So Rhea has officially hit rock bottom and has literally nothing, nor anyone by her side at all. Rhea said that she considered Iyo and Bianca her close friends that she grew up with in the company, but after everything that happened out there in the ring, she dismissed them as her friends. Rhea simply saying that her friends are not a real thing in life, that nobody is actually your friend. So that line itself really just tells you a lot about Rhea's character mindset right now shifting. She thought that she had a select group of women backstage that she considered her friends, but now she's entering this lone wolf persona where she believes that there's no such thing as friends. So this is going to introduce us to a broken, desperate, and isolated version of Rhea Ripley that has nothing to lose, and will do whatever it takes to get back on top. Some fans aren't buying the company is going with Bianca Belair versus Iyo Sky at WrestleMania 41. The fans aren't buying that matchup as the company's finalized plans for the women's world title at WrestleMania 41 at all. And no one is buying the idea that a fully healthy Rhea Ripley will be left off the WrestleMania card either, considering the conflict that they introduced there between Rhea and Bianca in the closing moments of that title match. Fans are expecting Rhea Ripley to be added to the match in order to turn it into a triple threat for the women's title at WrestleMania 41. But fans are already getting their criticisms ready for that because they claim if Rhea Ripley gets added to the WrestleMania title match by her character bullying or forcing herself in, it will be bad writing because by Rhea doing that, it kind of devalues the whole purpose and point of the Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber matches. Rhea didn't win any of those big Road to WrestleMania matches, so how is it fair that she still ends up with a WrestleMania title opportunity at the last second? And that's a fair point by the fans. That is a good logical thing to bring up. Another thing fans are discussing is that if the plan really is to have this triple threat for the women's world title at WrestleMania, then something's gotta give, because you can't have three baby faces in a triple threat match. Someone's gotta turn. Someone has to be the villainous force here in this program, and a lot of fans are looking at Rhea and Bianca as the only possibilities. Bianca has all the heel suspicions due to the Jade situation, and now Rhea is a topic of discussion for her character change after literally hitting rock bottom. But maybe this is the end of her dominant run. Maybe she'll be more of a tweener now, a little bit more emotional, more character driven. And maybe it's Rhea who enters that gray area being an anti-hero again. So this potential triple threat match is very exciting, but someone's got to turn. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.